Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hey man, yeah. Let's get straight to it. It's finally time for me to answer all of your questions. Well, most, because as you can see, there is a lot of questions. And funnily enough, most of the questions came through that anonymous app rather than Instagram or TikTok. And yeah, I find it interesting that you guys wanted to hide your name. I understand though after reading some of the questions, but I'll answer most of them because I'm a nice guy. Right, first question. How long is your kashara? Serious question, LOL. Personal question, yeah. But it just depends how I'm feeling on the day. You know what I mean? It could be 45 centimeters, 60 centimeters. It just depends on the motive, on the day. You feel me? Also, bro is sick right now. But if I didn't film this today, there was no chance it was going to be released this month. On to the next question. One friend you're thankful for. I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, I've got my boys, but I don't think we've ever been in situations where I've had to be sort of thankful for them, if that makes sense. I got love for them, don't get me wrong, but if I was to tweak that question and it said one person you're thankful for, it would probably be my brother.
Let me tell you about my brother though. Let me tell you about my brother though, for real.
For anyone who has siblings, like growing up with them, it can be such a pain because you're constantly fighting or they're ratting you out to your parents. But as you get older, you sort of mature and you're able to support each other in a way that no one else really can. And yeah, he's had my back over the past few years, and I'm sort of grateful to have him in my life, you know what I mean? So if anyone has a sibling, you'll understand where I'm coming from. If you don't, you're missing out. And off the back of that, the next question was, does all your family support you? I have a very, very big family, for those of you that know me. And while it goes without saying that the people I live with and my immediate family have supported me from day one, those that are not my immediate family, I've never gone out and sort of expected support from them, if that makes sense. If they do, then that's great, that's nice of them. And if they don't, it is what it is. And that also goes for people that are not my family. And if you don't enjoy my content and what it is I do, you don't have to follow and watch along with what I'm doing and what it is I'm doing with my life. It's crazy because when I first started out, I kind of expected it in the beginning. Like I thought we was like this, you show your support, like push it forward, put it out there. But as I continue to do it, I just realized that no matter what it is you do, you'll always receive more support from strangers than you would your own family. And that's okay. You can't allow that to get to you. Like if you were to start something tomorrow, don't have any expectations of where the support will come from. You'll gain the support from anywhere and everywhere. It won't necessarily be your family, and that's okay. The next one was how to deal with bad days. I can give you a few things that I did, but they might not necessarily work for you. And sometimes it's just doing nothing on those days that can make you feel better. Sometimes your body just needs a break. You just need to re-energize and go through the motions and just listen to your body. There was a time where I was going through back-to-back bad days and I had to make some drastic changes in my life, and that sort of consisted of me moving my body, eating cleaner and journaling my thoughts on what was going on inside of here. I spent a lot of time going on walks, no devices, no headphones, and just listening to what was going on inside of here and just talking out loud. I used to remember cars driving past me thinking, this guy has lost the plot. And at that point I probably had, but it helped me massively. I recommend some of those things to you if you're finding yourself in a rut. Why do you eat outside? Well, because it's better than eating inside. Now on a serious one, I've had this question a few times. There's not really much to say. Eat where you want, do what you want, because at the end of the day, your relationship with God is personal. They can sit around pointing their fingers all day long, but what they won't interfere with is your relationship with God. What I found growing up is that some of these people that point the finger are doing a lot worse than eating outside. By no means am I here to judge anyone. I'm just saying sometimes people need to look in the mirror before they go and throw stones at other people. At the end of the day, you're going to leave this floating rock just as you came. Naked, with nothing and no one by your side. You're going to get up there and you're going to be judged on your good deeds and your bad deeds. Remember that. And whatever you do, don't sit here with the limited time we have pointing your fingers at others. I want to know the tea about you not liking AKJ. Why do you hate AKJ? And I think there's 3 more. First things first, I don't hate anything. I was born into it. I was molded by it. You know what I mean? I was just going about my day a couple of years back, and next thing I hear, I was the topic of conversation, and I was just sitting there like,
Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
it's not the organization itself. There's just some people in there that didn't like what it was I was doing, and they just sort of used their positions of power to sort of say you're not welcome, etc., etc. I don't think there's any point in me delving any further into it because it's not a thing right now. I'm okay with pretty much everyone. If they're not okay with me, that's their own problem. Obviously, it was all to do with the fact that I was creating skits and comedic content online. It was a bit sort of hypocritical because when I would be with said people, they would make the most outrageous jokes, but there wouldn't be a camera, so they could technically get away with it. They just didn't like the fact that I was creating skits and posting online, and they just said I couldn't do this, I can't do that, and play tabla at the same time. For me, tabla is a seva, and if the seva is available, then by all means I will carry it out, but I will never in my life go out seeking that seva. I think sort of where the problem lies in itself is, like I said, I was born into it. I was born into sort of, not in an egotistical way, but a prominent family. And with that, people constantly want to tear you down. And they just needed any reason for me to do it, and they just used my content as the reason. But like I said, everything's pretty much all square right now. Whatever it is, whoever it is, if it's an organization, if it's a friend, if it's a family, whatever it is they're going to say, don't let it stop you from doing whatever it is you're going to do. Because if it's not them, it's someone else. And they're gonna talk regardless, especially in our community. You know, it's what it's known for, which is, it's a sad thing. But when did your family move to the UK? That is a good question. I don't know the exact year, but I think my great granddad moved here in the 1950s. I think it was off the back of the partition. I think they originally did move to Leicester. That's on my dad's side, and my mom's side originally in Birmingham, and then moved to Derby. So yeah, I'm actually second generation here in the UK. My dad was born in Leicester, my mom was born in Derby. So we have been here fairly long. Up next is collab with other Punjabis. I mean, I'm always open to it, but I've just found that with Apane, wanting to sort of work together, push each other forward and get ourselves out there isn't really a thing. I've seen it with other minority groups, how they're not only creating their own content, but they're also creating content as a group and pushing it out. There is just a lot of toxicity around support in the Punjabi community, and hopefully we can move past that and work together and get ourselves out there. I mean, I do have some in the pipeline for this year, 2024, so hopefully those can get out in the next sort of few months. But like I said, I'm always open to it, and hopefully the rest of the creators online can sort of get to that mindset as well. So yeah, here's hoping. Next is probably the answer you're all waiting for. And there's not one question, there is quite a few. And Before I answer it though, there is one that I wanted to speak on, and it says, if I wasn't married, I'd marry you. Sister, I pray for your partner because he does not deserve you. And to put the cherry on top, you said it anonymously, which makes this even worse. Yeah, so to answer this question, I have a special guest. Roll the tapes. Guys, please meet my nanny.
ਹੈਲੋ ਮੈਂ ਪ੍ਰੀਤੀ ਨਾਨੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਗਲ ਆ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਈਮੇਲ ਪਾ ਦਿਓ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਕਰਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰ ਲਵਾਂਗੇ ਮੈਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਤੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਾਂ ਓਕੇ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ
So here you go, that's my nanny's email. If you would like to send in your details, she will sift through the applications and get back to you within probably 3 to 5 working days. Another anonymous statement. I've had a crush on you for years and you still don't know. It's anonymous. So you know what my reply is? Let's keep it that way. Yeah? I still don't know. I don't want to know. Men with beards deserve the word. Okay. Give me the word. You can't be throwing out these statements and not backing them up. We've got two of the similar sort of question. One is, who do you have pinned on iMessage, and who's your last IG search? I'm using my phone to film this, so I can't screenshot it for you right now, but I will screenshot it and add it to the screen here. My iMessage pin, I think, is my father. Big up my dad. No one else deserves to be up there. And last IG search, off the top of my head, I won't know. I will screen record that and share it with you guys on the screen. Seeks in Hogwarts new vid when? I don't know. I have some ideas, but they're not great. And I don't want to just start throwing out more and more Seeks in Hogwarts videos when I'm just not feeling it. You know what I mean? I had a handful of good videos and good ideas that did really well. And I don't want to taint that by just throwing out mediocre sort of content. If anyone has anything they want me to do in the Harry Potter world, being a Sikh in the Harry Potter world, then send it my way, put it in the comments, message me, and I will mess around with the ideas and see what I can get with. What does your dad think of your videos? I know you're expecting me to say now, oh, he doesn't talk to me, he thinks my videos are rubbish, he shuns me for creating content. But what the real answer is that man is my #1 supporter. Whenever I reach a milestone or a video does well, he'll be the first one to screenshot it and put it in our family group. My dad and mom both are my biggest supporters, and it's probably not the answer you were expecting, but what can I say, being the favourite child has its perks. Which Hogwarts house do you belong to? Well, actually I have a video of a trip when I went to LA in 2015, and they put the hat sort of here, and I'll play that for you guys now. Gryffindor! Virgi, how do you take care of your beard? Like, what's your routine? Dale the Marlish thinks. Guys, let's just take a moment to look at this beard. It's how I woke up. It's either in your genes or it's not, okay? On a serious one, I probably use like a few products. One is a beard wash that I use in the shower, and then maybe a molding clay or spray, and that's only some days, and a wax for my mustache. Sometimes I use a tail that I picked up from a shop called Rituals. I'll put it here on the screen. I don't use too much anymore. I used to use a fair few products, and I found that it was sort of ruining the skin underneath and just causing my skin to dry up a lot. I can film a routine for you, but I think I did one a while back. If you scroll all the way down through about a year and a half's worth of content, it should be there. But I might just film another one for you because you asked so nicely. Probably the last question, and it's, have you ever cut friends off? If so, how did you deal with it? Well, short answer, yes. Long answer is, I grew up having a lot of different friendship circles, and I think that was sort of the result of not getting to sort of chill with my friends in school. My father was very strict growing up, And so when I got to that sort of age where I was at college and uni and sort of attending smargums, etc., I was creating loads of different friendship groups. I don't really know what it is I wanted from them. I soon came to realize that a lot of friendship groups isn't healthy. I'm not saying that. I think I wanted, you know, when you see online, you just want that those group of people that you do things with and you chill and you have group chats, etc. I think that's what I was sort of looking for when I was sort of in my mid to late teens. And as I grew older, I just realized that having a lot of friends isn't it. Now I have a very small group of friends, 4 or 5 at most. How do you deal with it? I don't really know. I just kept moving. I mean, when I started sort of this and content creation and uploading on the internet, I had to cut some people off just because of the things they were saying. And it wasn't even to me, they were saying it to other people, and it was just sort of coming back to me, and I just didn't have time for it. Ceased communications with them, and that was it. They added no value to our friendship and what it was I was doing, and I have no time for people who just have that negative energy. You don't need a lot of friends, you just need a few good ones. And yeah, you might think that sounds silly, but you'll realize as you get older, most of your friends just become jealous of whatever it is you're doing, and it's mostly because you guys started off in the same place and you might have sort of leveled up or done something different to get you out of that, and they're just looking at you and thinking, well, he's just the same guy I know all those years ago, he's not really done anything different. And you have, because you've taken a step out, you've started to experience different things, you're living your life for you. I can tell you now that cutting off from those sort of people will get you a lot further than sticking around with them. So that's it, guys. Do whatever it is you want to do, just cut them off. Don't look back, only look forward. Why do you support Liverpool when you live in Leicester? What? Look, I grew up going to school with people who supported Man United, and that's because Man United were doing quite well. But yeah, I mean, it's not glory supporting if you support a team from a different city that you live in. I mean, the reason I support Liverpool is because when I was very young, my chacha used to live with me and my family, and he was a big Liverpool supporter. Every game was on the TV. He just sort of got me into watching it, and then next thing I know, I was supporting Liverpool. And back then they were not doing that well at all. So it was never out glory supporting. I was supporting them when they were in the trenches, trust me. And people are saying it now because obviously Liverpool on top, they're playing their best football they've ever played with the best team. And it's not a thing of I've started supporting them for the last couple of years. I've been supporting them for nearly, 20 years, give or take. How old are you? Right, guys, that brings my Q&A to an end. I appreciate all you guys watching and participating. Next time, let's try not to ask questions anonymously. It's 2024. Grow some tate. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I gotta head out because the city needs me. 4 or 5 friends. 4 I can't words out. 4 or 5. Jesus.